Hi, I'm Joseph Anthony Pearson. I'm a self-proclaimed social realist. I'm an independent artist. I was trained at the Art Students League of New York City, Jackson State College, New Orleans Academy of Fine Arts, William Carey College, and a lot of independent training. Having come of age during the 60s, my work is heavily influenced by the social realists of that time as well as present day. My major influences are the late Hugh Lee Smith, who was my teacher and mentor at the Art Students League, Charles White, of course, Liz Catlett, John Biggers, among others. As I said, my work is social realism. By that I mean I am inspired by everyday situations that attract my emotional and visual attention. I am attracted to issues that I hear in the news, as well as the local environment. Being a social realist, my work is inspired by issues that attract my emotional, visual attention in the news. This piece in particular was inspired by an event of, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. A group calling themselves Boko Haram kidnapped more than 200 African schoolgirls. This piece represents my psychological, emotional response to that situation. It is composed of oil on canvas, and recently I began incorporating graffiti into my work. I use graffiti as a backdrop, a stage to help tell the story of the primary figure. In this particular piece, I've taken a symbol from West Africa called Andingra. This particular symbol is a stylized version of a fern. The fern represents hope and perseverance. I've taken the shape of Africa. Now, Africa is known as the dark continent in general, but I made it completely black to speak to the evil side of darkness, which is also speaking to the group Boko Haram. I have hidden in the shadow of the corner of the continent of Africa a subdued lion's head. I have the lion's head slightly subdued to suggest that it is hiding, that it is lurking in the dark, that it is a subtle but very imminent danger, especially for these young schoolgirls. The models for these schoolgirls are sister artists and fellow artists and friends of mine. I work on oil on canvas. Sometimes I will mix media using oil and acrylic. In this case, part of the background is acrylic. I wanted to keep it loose and kind of flowy. And I painted the figures on top of it. Since the figures are the primary focus, I wanted the figures to really stand out and to come forward. This is African schoolgirls, and it speaks to that horrible situation, but it also speaks to a universal danger. That's my inspiration.